June 20th, 2021. Let's start where any good story starts. The middle. My right pinky toe is the approximate size, shape, and color of a grape. My left, a grapefruit. Looks like asking questions is a dangerous game, because within an hour last night I stubbed them both. I guess to get the middle, you gotta get the beginning. Not the beginning, which was 13.8 billion years ago. Not the regular beginning, which was when a traveling saleswoman met a lonely house husband on a steamy Cleveland night at the end of July of 1999. No, I mean the beginning of the end. This morning, 10:15. Before we go much further, I should mention who I am. John C. O'Malley, private investigator. I've always had a knack for finding things. When I was 4, I found a gold ring in a cave behind our house. When I was 6, a human body in the bayou. That was about when my knack started, and it hasn't failed me yet. This morning I was walking a dry creek bed when I found a note on a chocolate wrapper. Or more accurately, on a chocolate wrapper in an orange water bottle. Or even more accurately, on a chocolate wrapper in a plastic box, in a plastic bag, in an old envelope, in another plastic bag, in an orange water bottle. The note read, "What if someone goes missing?" Confused, I put the note back in the box, in the bag, in the envelope, in the bag, and investigated the only other thing in the bottle. A tube of Mr. Bacon's bacon-flavored toothpaste. Yes, I read that right. Mr. Bacon's bacon-flavored toothpaste. Though the box looked like it had been opened several times, there was nothing inside but the tube of toothpaste itself. Sure enough, it smelled like bacon. I put everything back in place and started to close the water bottle when I realized I had forgotten something important. To recycle the envelope. I had many questions. What does it mean to go missing? Is the see-through part of the envelope recyclable? Who is Mr. Bacon? Much to investigate. See back. John C. O'Malley, private investigator, signing off. Was that sick?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Unreported missing person is missing describes persons who cannot be found yet have not been or cannot be reported as missing persons to law enforcement.
June 21st, 2021. Last night I awoke with a funny feeling in the pit of my stomach. It wasn't the usual suffocating feeling of inexplicable hollowness, so as I knelt before the toilet waiting to throw up, I knew I was either sick or poisoned. Having never been a man of delicate constitution, I ruled out sickness immediately. Luckily, the poisoner had failed. The queasy spell had passed. It was clear to me that there were nefarious forces at work. I slept the rest of the night with one eye open, except the other eye was also open, and I wasn't sleeping. In the morning, I decided to go for a walk to clear my head. I wasn't expecting to find anything, but I hadn't gotten far before I noticed a mysterious man making pointed eye contact. Sensing no danger, I sat down.
Who are you? Why were you looking at me?
There's word around town that you're looking for Mr. Bacon.
Are you Mr. Bacon?
No. Let's just say I'm a representative of Mr. Bacon. A Bacon named Kevin.
You're telling me you're Kevin Bacon?
No. No relation. Not similar at all, really. Like the opposite of Kevin Bacon. Except for one important detail.
What are you talking about?
Have you ever heard of 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
I mean, yeah. What does that have to do with people going missing? Are you telling me Mr. Bacon is involved?
No, not at all. You're not looking for the pork. You're looking for the legume.
Are you trying to tell me...
Mr. Peanut.
Dear God, this goes deeper than I ever could have imagined.
You have no idea.
But Mr. Bacon, Mr. Peanut, I mean, these are cartoon characters. It defies all laws of probability and logic.
Logic. Just look around you. How long has it been since the world has seemed logical?
How do I find this Mr. Peanut?
You must have patience. More messages are en route, but they will be heavily encrypted, so I suggest you brush up on your code cracking skills.
Sick.
Kevin Bacon's words echoed in my head all that day. I didn't know what world I was in, but I knew logic was of no use to me here. Mr. Bacon, Mr. Peanut, and the definitional impossibility of the task at hand forced me to conclude that any rational approach was doomed. As I see it, my only remaining option is simple: to defy logic at every turn, to perform the world's first anti-logical investigation. My every instinct tells me to proceed with caution, but an irrational voice says that to go toe-to-toe with Mr. Peanut, I'll need a piping hot supply of piping hot fresh haberdash. In other words, I need a wardrobe upgrade. John C. O'Malley, private investigator, signing off.
Let's do this.
June 22nd, 2021. The attempts on my life are getting more creative. Last night I almost perished in a freak armadillo accident. I'd prefer not to talk about it. This morning I set out to find Mr. Peanut. I decided to repeat yesterday's strategy. Walk around at random and hope to stumble across something. To my amazement, it worked. Not 100 yards from my door, I found a note on the ground. On it were the letters UMFSJWFTS and a drawing of a key. Of course, it would have been insane to study up on cryptography on the word of the highly suspect Mr. Bacon, which is exactly why I'd done it the night before. It looked like a simple substitution cipher, most likely a Caesar cipher. The Caesar cipher is simple. Take each letter in the starting message and replace it with one a set distance later in the alphabet. It's like tossing a salad. A Caesar salad. Working backwards, it wasn't long before I discovered what looked like a real word. Phaneron. What was that supposed to mean? I sensed there were more pieces to this puzzle. I needed another note. Of course, lightning never strikes the same place twice, so I decided to go back to exactly where I'd found the first one. Sure enough, there was another note waiting there. This one was even more cryptic than the first. AVOXYG. I had a hunch that I was looking at a Vignere cipher, which would be a tough nut to bust. Of course, it was no match for my expert code-breaking skills, and when I put in the key Phaneron, the results sent chills down my spine. Look up. After staring at my ceiling for roughly 10 minutes, I headed back to where I'd found the first two notes and looked up. Nothing. Out of nowhere, a voice.
Over here.
I kept my cool.
Who are you? Who goes there?
Take a guess.
Are you Mr. Peanut?
No, but you could say that I'm a representative of his.
I knew it. What do you know about people going missing?
No more than you.
Damn it. Are you telling me there's another layer to this many-layered burrito of intrigue and subterfuge?
Possibly. Possibly not.
What is Fanner on? They're everywhere. It's best not to talk about that here. Please! If you don't know about people going missing, who does know? Who can I talk to?
Perhaps Mr. Goodbar could be of some assistance.
Mr. Goodbar. Thank you. You've been a great help.
As I write this message, I can't help but feel a sense of foreboding. 2 days of investigating, and I have more questions than when I started. Mainly, what does this cartoon character cartel have to do with people going missing? Walking around at random has proven a foolproof strategy so far. Of course, this means that to find Mr. Goodbar, I should do the opposite. To go forwards, I must go back. All the way back. To the beginning of the end. To where I found the bottle. This will be no small task. I must pass through a barren rainforest and a lush green desert, and I will need all the powers of anti-logic on my side. Thus I will set out tomorrow morning at first light with no food, no water, and no clue where I'm going. If I don't write again, don't come looking for me. Maybe then you'll have a chance of finding me. John C. O'Malley, Private Investigator, signing off.
Holy shit.
After what felt like hours, I stopped. I soon realized I was dying. Hoping to delay my inevitable demise, I opened the bottle, and the first thing that I saw was the tube of Mr. Bacon's bacon-flavored toothpaste. And, being desperate, I ate it. Within an hour, my bowels unleashed a furious hellstorm, the likes of which I had never seen before. Though I wanted nothing more than to slip into my eternal slumber, I knew that I still had a mystery on my hands. There was one burning question on my mind. Who wrote that note? And were they missing? I had to find them and figure it out.
Thank you for calling the Hershey Company, where our goal is to help you make more moments of goodness. For English, press 1. Para español, oprima 2. To ensure the highest level of service, phone calls may be recorded for quality and training purposes. For self-serve options designed to help you 24/7, press 3. For help finding your favorite products, visit thehersheycompany.com and click on Product Locator. To order products from our online store, visit HersheyStore.com or call 1-855-972-0575. To plan a sweet getaway to Hershey, PA, visit HersheyPA.com or call 1-800-HERSHEY. For allergy information, press 1. For gluten information, press 2. For storage information, press 3. To exercise a California Consumer Privacy Act request, press 5. To hear this information again, press the pound key. To speak with the next available consumer representative, press 0.
Thank you for calling Hershey. My name is Julian. May I have the pleasure of speaking?
Hi, Julian. Could I ask a question about a Hershey's product that I had recently? Do you know?
Sure. What's going on?
Do you know Nuggets? Hershey's Nuggets, milk chocolate. I found a note on the inside of the wrapper. Are those printed on there?
I'm sorry, he said is what on there?
I found it. Listen, Julian. I have reason to believe that Hershey's chocolate is knee-deep in the largest international crime syndicate ever. And I need to speak to Mr. Goodbar. Julian, can you put me through to Mr. Goodbar?
Yes, sir. I'm afraid I don't. That's not a real person. It's just a candy bar.
They got to you. They got to you before I did.
Who are you?
Don't you remember me?
Kevin Bacon?
Not quite. Sort of. Really more than I'd like to admit. Whatever.
Are you saying you're also a representative of Mr. Goodbar?
No. I am Mr. Goodbar.
Dear God.
That's right.
Then you must be the one behind Fanaron.
You do not know the slightest bit about Fanaron.
Who are they?
They are many. They are all.
And what about the people? People who went missing? Who wrote that note? Who is it? Who is it that went missing?
Who, you ask? Your answer is you.
No! Get back here, Goodbar! I'm not through with you yet! Your day will come, and when it does, I'll be laughing and running and crying tears of sweet, sweet joy all the way to the bank as you get your God-given comeuppance. So don't you talk to me about Fanaron, Mr. Goodbar. Don't you?